Monday morning, the 8th of May 2023. You're very welcome back to Real True Education, not fake news. I've got a good one for you today. You know, over the last years, I'm trying to say that wind energy and solar energy is a complete and utter scam, and anyone who invests in it will be badly caught. I try to protect the likes of nurses and people retiring, putting the money into stupid community wind energy. I've done my best to stop that and warn them. Anyway, here's a good one. Wait till you see this. Solar 21 goes to court, but for investors the devil is in the detail. And every time I see about them going into the High Court, I can't help thinking about all of the times that I myself went in there trying to stop these things, and now they're in there as well. So I'm going to read it to you and give you a brief breakdown. Investment company Solar 21 is due in the High Court tomorrow, that's today, where it will ask the judge to approve a scheme of arrangement that it claims can deliver back to thousands of Irish investors 80% of what it owes them. So they're only going to get 80%, and in my opinion, they'll get nothing at all. Solar 21 and its advisors are presenting a stark choice: back its plan and its hopes to eventually pay back up to 80% of what it owes to investors, or leave Solar 21 to face liquidators, and investors will only get back 12% of their money. So at best, there's a choice between getting back 80% or 12%. And these people had hoped to get back all with a bit of interest. But they're getting nothing. They're getting nothing, and the devil rub it up them. But the devil is in the detail. The devil comes up again. According to the information revealed by Solar 21 to brokers last week, it faces very significant hurdles. One of the hurdles is it doesn't work, this nonsense. About 3,000, mainly Irish investors, and in the case of Rara Wind Farm, it'd never go ahead were it not for about 200 Irish people, mainly medical personnel and doctors that should know better. I know all their names. I must publish them again. And anyway, they put their money into it, it'd never get off the ground. Hopefully they'll lose all too. About 3,000, mainly Irish investors, are believed to have loaned close to 330 million, 330 million, to Solar 21 projects in recent years. Many of them have invested portions, often substantial, of their pensions. So their pensions are in this. Portions, and often substantial, probably half their pensions. Well, folks, you'll be eaten out of the bin. And I'm not giving you any eggs or anything of my place or any spuds or anything else. To anyone that gave money to this will starve. I grow vegetables in my garden pot, spuds, potatoes, I produce beef. You're getting nothing. Starve, and that's what you deserve. Typical investments are 100,000, but are sometimes multiples of that. So some of them have been up to 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. That's the stuff for you. But with Solar 21 originally saying potential returns could be as much as 30% after 3.5 years, they told them you'll get 30% for every 100,000 you put in. We'll give you 30 along with it. 130,000. The highest profile project was called EFW 21 Project 1. Oh, they put a big fancy name on it, EFW. Everyone. EF, what would that stand for? Everyone freaked up. 21 Project 1, a waste-to-energy plant in Melton in the UK. Oh, go over there. The English will soon clean you out. In 2018, Solar 21 said it would raise 120 million, but between April 2018 and June 2020, two fundraising companies set up by Solar 21 for the project raised 209.5 million. 209.5. Of the 210 million, a total of 144 million was new investment. Another idiot. There must have been a speech by Eamon Ryan. The remainder was money rolled over from two previous Solar 21 projects, which, according to the company's update last week, has not yet been received by East Riding Green Energy Park. Project 21 company. What does that say again? Money rolled over from two solar projects, which, according to the company update last week, has not yet received the money. The money was promised, but it's not coming. In February 2022, the Sunday Independent, this is the Sunday Independent business section, reported Solar 21 was seeking financial solutions. Financial solutions? Wouldn't we all love one of them? They should give them a money printer machine. After delaying repayments to investors, they delayed repayments to investors. That's the words I love. I'd love to make a song of that. They delayed repayments to investors. Oh, the bloody idiots. To investors. Solar 21 has said that significant issues and delays. Oh, there's significant issues, is there now? Oh, there is. Well, I'll tell you. The sun goes in at night, and some days in Ireland it doesn't come out at all. Or the same in England. Where were encountered with the project after the plant technology provider went into administration. So the fella that told them he was going to organise this for them, he's gone wallop as well. It blamed significant construction costs. Oh, construction costs. Yeah, how does anyone build a house or build a... Surely there's quantity surveyors and architects and all of that, and people for that. Did they not get anyone to count up the blocks and the bags of cement and the steel? Right. So the blame construction costs, inflation. Blame inflation. The withdrawal of several building contractors from the market during the pandemic. So now the pandemic is to blame. They'll probably blame me as well. And the Russian war in Ukraine. So the Russian war in Ukraine is stopping solar energy in Britain and Ireland. Management concluded in December 2022 that EFW21 Project 1 was no longer viable. Well, I could have told you in any time. In 2012 it was no longer viable. VIABLE. And the windmills is the same, it said. The project has since been cancelled. So it's gone. What happened to the money? Oh, where's the money gone? Fundraise costs, including broker commission, totaling 26 million. Well, myself and the people in the Midlands over wind, we had a fundraiser. It was 100% successful. We have told people we don't want any more, thank you. So you see, my fundraiser did what it said on the pack, and we'll now be off to the courts. This one got 26 million, where commission. They got commission at 26 million. That was handy commission. Oh, they'd done some green talking there. Local brokers around Ireland were paid 11% commission, and this money is not recoverable. They gave out this and threw it around them, and these boys were telling them all this stuff. And by dad, did they suck it to them. Before it cancelled the project, a total of 17.2 million had been invested in the project company, East Riding Green Energy. Ooh! So according to the company's own information, just 8.2% of the money raised was spent directly on the project before it was cancelled. So if the whole money, only 8.2% went into the solar panels. Where is the rest of the money? The two EFW21 fundraising companies loaned a total of 90.5 million to several other companies in the group from the funds raised, so said Solar 21. The bulk of the funds, 76.9 million, was loans to Solar 21 previous Tangerine Biomass, Tanston Biomass, and Plaxton Biogas projects. Plenty of gas anyway. There are plenty of gas on the job. About 129 of investors' loans outstanding for these two projects at the end of 2018 was no longer outstanding at the end of 2020. And this likely concludes the 61 million rollover into the EFW21 project. A further 14 million was loaned to other companies in the Solar 21 group, according to Solar 21. Some investors had a total of 4.5 million repaid before repayments stopped in January 2022. How does Solar 21 pay back this money? Key to the plan is the sale of the Tangerine and Plaxton plants, but it faces significant challenges. Both plants have been delayed following technical issues, and the Tangerine is awaiting its essential accreditation by the British Energy Regulator. He'll give them anything they want. Nonetheless, Solar 21 claims 3 significant offers have been received from certain well-known infrastructure funds to acquire Tangerine And you see, this is where, folks, our European Investment Fund, now this is the UK and Ireland, but in Ireland, if we get our challenge to the recent fundraiser for our case in Europe, we will stop investment without assessment. You see, if this had been assessed, it would be discovered to be non-viable from the beginning. And that's exactly what my case, our case is, case T331 of 22. So do you see the way what we do, how we try to make these people and the errant governments over them comply with the regulations? I'm on 10.5 minutes, I'm nearly stopped. It intended to facilitate the complexion and exit of these projects, allowing them make significant payments of the outstanding reinvestment amount of 65.4 million. All these figures don't mean much to you, I'm very sorry, I just have to read the junk that's here. Both projects are expected to be successfully returned to service by late summer 2023. To maximize value, it will be important to sell these projects as a trading business, he said. So they're relying on getting some idiot to buy these. EW would prepare the assets for a sale and conduct the market soundings, and to engage the interested parties. A 6-month period of operation is typically required before a sale of these projects will be completed. Well, that's some wee bit of wit on the buyer's behalf. Let's see, will it work? Is completed, and it is expected that the sales process will be completed by 2024. What about the projects? Solar 21 has also raised 100 million from a £1 billion North Lincolnshire EFM project, so there's idiots in England as well. It proposes selling this and using the proceeds to repay amounts it owes up to EFM it owes to the companies. Isle of Man registered Green Zone, a firm owned by Solar 21 co-founder Andrew Bradley. That's him there, Andrew Bradley. The brother of Solar 21, Michael Bradley, owns 41% of Lancashire Projects Company. Another scam. It will contribute 9 million to the scheme, funded from its first 9 million of the proceeds from the sale of Green. See, it's all moving the deck chairs around. Green Zone's interest in the North Lincolnshire project equal, it said, to the amount received for certain commissions, other fees and monies paid from other services to EMF 21 project. Solar 21, this is the end of it, which is 100% owned by Chief Executive Michael Bradley, would receive 41 million from its 51% share of North Lincolnshire project, and it would contribute this to the scheme. Now, of course, there's nothing there about what this North Lincolnshire project is or what. It's all green stuff anyway. There's nothing there. So at the end of the day, these people here put in huge amounts of pension funds. Some of them put in nearly all they have for the future. They put it into this. They're not getting any interest. They're not getting at least 20% of their money back. They may get only 12% of the money back, and there's an awful lot of it's ifs and buts and sales here and sales there, and they gave money here and they gave money there. Keep an eye out for it. Solar 21. They deserve it. Mr. Bradley may be fool enough to think this works. This is a scheme. This is a Ponzi scheme, in my opinion. And the wind energy is a Ponzi scheme. I checked their accounts years ago and reported on it. If I had checked this, look what I'd have found. Have banks put any money in here, I wonder? I wonder, have banks put any money in here? And where are they going to get their money back? This is what's happening in America too. But the point about it is that our challenge to the European Court of Justice is directly related to stopping the European Court of the European Investment Bank, which could invest in Ireland, which is still in the EU, from giving money to this stuff. That's the key to it. That's what it is hoped to achieve, to force the leg of Mr. Bradley and the government over him to do an SEA, a Strategic Environmental Assessment, and to force this company to do an EIA before it builds any infrastructure at all. You have young lassies in planning offices, in county councils, granting planning permission and assessing planning things for this with no overarching plan or program at all, or no assessment from it. So you see now, when you read that, this would stop all of this green nonsense, because it would have to be assessed and the finances would have to be checked, and you could go to court on it and you wouldn't have this. But thankfully, a lot of people in Ireland are going to be roasted. They're going to be roasted. They're into the High Court in Dublin tomorrow, so it has a Dublin dimension. And just to read the last bit of it again, Solar 21 and its advisors are presenting a stark choice. And you know all that stuff I read there? Oh, what mumbo jumbo. Back its plan, and it hopes to eventually get 80% back. It might get 30 or something like that, of what it owes to investors, or leave Solar 21 to face liquidity liquidators and investors will only get 12% back. So if we take it somewhere between the two, they might get maybe 40%. I don't know. It's all junk stuff they're selling. It's just a matter of the next idiot to come along and take part in the Ponzi scheme. Now, any of you that have invested in this and you watch my videos, the devil menu, it's good bloody well enough for you. The hungrier and the poorer you are, and you're going to be walking around, I'll go for a little walk round the park now I'm retired, and you'll be peering into the bin to see what somebody have dumped the end of a sandwich into it. That's what I hope for you. That's what you deserve for what you have done to our environment and to people like me, and the time and dedication I had to give to beat you and put into it at an enormous cost to myself, but I'm still here to laugh at these damnable bloody idiots. Folks, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We'll see you back for something else soon. Thank you.